Hi, and welcome to Bloody Good Screen Movie Club 90s edition. We are continuing our journey through the world of the 90s cinema. This week, still no horror, but it's my week next week, so that will change. This week is Niall's picks. But before we get to Niall explain what ones we are doing this week, you can see a little hint behind us. I am joined by my three co-hosts, as always. So we are joined, as always, by Taz.
Hello.
Who's now a police officer for some reason. Marcus.
Hello.
Who's no longer in his little sex dungeon. And, of course, Niall Whitlock.
Hello.
With at gunpoint.
Sorry, I thought I should do something as well.
You seem very unfazed by a man with two guns behind you.
Yeah, it's a normal occurrence.
See, I suppose so.
It is
guns here,
Essex.
guns there. You've got the same.
Yeah. I used to work for
There's more
retail.
knives in Essex.
No.
We like sharp, pointy things.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yes, we're continuing on with our 90s, 90s year. Our second episode in. We're a month behind for some reason. I don't know how that happened, but we are. But we are doing this month. Now, what are your two movies?
One is Pulp Fiction, because I'd never seen it. And now I've seen it, I sort of feel like I don't understand. Anyway, the second one is Jurassic Park.
Yep.
That one's got dinosaurs in it and a park.
Yeah.
Sick. That's what you really need to know. Whoever thought that would be a good idea is an idiot. But then again, if you think about zoos, they're full of all sorts of shit that would eat you, like crocodiles, and they barely ever escape. So that's probably fine. Although there was that time at Colchester Zoo where all the wolves escaped and then they had to...
Yeah, that's quite recent. That was quite
They
recent.
got more now.
Yeah,
Don't know where from, but they got them.
wolf shop.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I covered the whole spectrum there.
Need.
Sorry, can you just explain the one about the park and the dinosaurs? Because I'm just not following. What's it about?
Helicopter, Old Man, Champagne, Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, and the others. Toilet Man, T-Rex, Velociraptors, Children
David
of the
Attenborough's
Gideon,
brother.
Park closed. The end. There you go.
You
One
son
of the
a bitch, you
Attenborough
did it.
brothers.
I
There
didn't
you
think
go.
you wanted it too in depth.
Yeah, I was a bit much to be fair.
Oh, do you actually want me to explain what happens in the film?
Let's wait.
Okay.
So before we get into this, our first film we're going to talk about this week is Pulp Fiction. But of course, as always, I have to ask the guys, it's been a while, what have you all been watching since we last spoke? So, as Taz tends to watch quite a lot, Marcus, what haven't you watched this month?
Well, actually, I can't remember if I had by the last one, but I have finished the Merlin series that I was watching.
Yes.
I hate the ending. I hate it. I wanted so much more to happen. I even went deep diving into Reddit and I found that there was a 6th season script written, but was never approved to make a series out of it, or a next season out of. But someone made it in The Sims as a
God.
picture-based thing. I couldn't watch it. I tried 2 minutes in. I was like, that's too much. But someone done an audiobook of it. So I was like, okay, I started listening to that. And it's really sad. So I had to stop because I was like, this is not how I want to remember it.
Oh, that's a bummer. I do like it when you when the series like ends early or goes in a different direction, and they do tell you what would have happened, because it's just like otherwise you're left for the rest of your life wondering what the fuck would have gone on.
The only problem with that is when they do decide to make it 10 years afterwards, and then they have to make it wildly different. So
Yeah.
it didn't really need to be made at that point at all,
Mm.
which is a shame.
Well, yeah. That's essentially what happened to this one, where I don't know if it was made 10 years after, but I mean, there was always spoilers on it, but it's set with the modern day. Just like the Merlin Wizard is alive in the modern day, still hunting for his friends. And it's like, this is really sad. And he's in a flat and he's like constantly breaking into the Camelot artifact area, what do you call it, the historical site. The security guy's like, dude, you can't keep doing this. He's like, oh no, I belong here. And they're like, this guy's insane. What the fuck?
It sounds fucking
And he's-
lame.
Literally, and I was just like, this is just depressing. Like this, it probably gets better, but at the start of it, I was like, no, this is really sad. That's all I've watched. I've not had time to do much else.
That is fair enough. Niall, what have you been watching?
I've actually watched some stuff.
What?
For
I've never
realsies.
watched.
Talking of
In
stuff
real life?
that ended too soon, I watched Firefly for the first time.
Wow.
I like Firefly.
It's been a long
It's
time since I've
really
watched it.
And like Marcus, that last episode is shit. It doesn't fit with the rest of the series. There's a random rape joke in it, which is like really sinister.
Well, I
Or the
mean, Joss
movie.
Whedon is a weird guy.
Yeah, but like it's like he left it to the very end to get all the weird stuff in. Like, what the fuck is this?
He was like, I might not come back. I might just, shove it all in the last episode.
I think that is what happened because like
Yeah.
I can leave that episode. That can stay out, but the rest of it, absolutely love. Very good. Yeah, Nathan Fillion's great. Why is he not in more stuff?
Well, he's going to be.
He is. He does.
Never is like
Rookie.
the main character. He's always like on the edge of stuff. I know he's
He
in
does
the
a
new
lot-
Superman film, but
He does a lot of the
shitty
TV
Pulp,
stuff.
so-
I mean,
what's that?
movie-wise, he hasn't been anything big since. What's that horror film he was in? I don't know if I can Splinter or something like that. Yeah, he was in one big horror film. Then he does got a lot of side bits in movies, but he does a lot of TV shows. He obviously did Castle, and then he's doing The Rookie at the moment. Yeah, he's more of a TV actor than he is a movie actor.
Yeah, I feel like in movies
Yeah.
he's kind of. I would almost describe him as a bit of a character actor. Like he's
Yeah.
always a bit of a zany guy, from what I remember. Like in Doctor Horrible, that's a good example. I think he's really great in that.
But yeah, all the
I
characters in Firefly are great. All of
I
them.
still do think though he should have been in Uncharted because he would have done really well as the main character.
They actually made an unofficial fan film of that, which you can watch online. Got kickstarted and everything. It does look pretty good.
That's cool.
Very low budget though.
Sorry for interrupting you guys. Continue.
What else? Oh, I don't know whether anybody else has ever seen this. I bet Taz has. But have you ever watched Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared?
No.
Yes, I watched that when I was about 18, and it
Yeah.
traumatized me.
So,
And I love it, but
you know
also
how
I feel
good-
sick when I'm watching it.
Oh, it's so good. But there's 6 shorts. They're 3 minutes long on YouTube, and it's basically about a puppet kid show, except something's not quite right with it, and it's very
It's not a
creepy,
good show.
and it's hilarious. It's probably one of the best black comedies ever made. But Channel 4 2 years ago made 6 25-minute episodes and
I
put
don't
them
know if
on,
I finished
on
watching that
Channel 4.
because I have such a love-hate relationship with that series because it is so good and also so horrendous.
Yeah, but like I spent my whole Saturday yesterday just watching them. I binged all the way through. Oh, they are so good. Mark, I reckon you would love them. So
Oh,
definitely
he'd
give
love
that-
it. Yeah,
and
I'm actually
Marcus would
surprised he
definitely
hasn't
love
seen
the
it.
shorts as well.
I'll
It's
give it.
supposed
Oh,
to be
give it a
similar.
go.
The shorts,
I do like
but
to
yeah,
get
there's
creative.
bits that that's the first episode.
Yeah.
Have you
Just
seen it?
Not with green. Yeah. I just don't like. You can't get creative with green. It's not a creative color.
No, not green. Or what was the other one? Oh, his picture of a clown where they pour oil over it. And he's like, oh. But yeah, so I watched that, and I haven't shut up about it, and no one really
Oh.
understands. I don't even know how to describe it to people either because it's so weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely give it a watch. The shorts are like 3 minutes long on YouTube, and yeah, you get hooked. Very
If you
weird.
like
I like the one
Don't
where
Hug
he
Me, I'm
falls in
Scared.
love, and at the end he joins a cult and then gets burnt. Then he's like, "Who's that big stone man?" He's like, "That's Malcolm. We worship him." And then they all chant around it. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's a good show
So-
for like
like that, Noel?
like fan theories and things. That was always fun.
Yeah. There's so many Easter eggs like in the background and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah. I better
Have
stop
any of you
talking.
seen
'cause I'll
Dungeon
talk
Soup?
forever.
Fair
Dungeon
enough.
Soup.
Cool.
No.
Dungeon Soup is
Is it-
another one you'll probably like now if you like that. It's
Oh,
just animation that someone makes
That
on YouTube,
Netflix?
and it's weird. No, Dungeon Soup. It might be on Netflix. I don't know. It's
I
like
think
these
it
shorts
is.
on
The one
YouTube.
with the girl. Yeah.
With the girl.
Yeah, I think they did a series for Netflix. So I've seen that advertised.
For what? Sorry.
For
Dungeon
Dragon Soup. Dungeon Soup, that's it.
Sorry,
Sorry, Dragon Soup is a type of alcohol that's actually like an energy drink, but with beer in it. It's really good. They only sell it in premieres because I'm not sure it's actually legal anywhere else.
Mhm.
You sure that's not delicious in Dungeon?
Oh, maybe. I got the words.
I was going to say.
Words, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
Dungeon
delicious in
Soup is
Dungeon.
like a barbarian thing.
You're right. The animation style of Dungeon Soup looks just like Adventure Time.
It's so much more adult.
Adventure Time's pretty adult.
Yeah, my friend was sending me some clips recently. I was like, they let that in?
Yeah, they'll say whatever they want on Adventure Time. Yeah. I love that show.
Cool. Right, because I know Taz watches quite a bit. I'm going to throw in mine because I haven't really watched much this time around because I've been mostly gaming for the last couple of weeks. So, so game-wise, there's a Suikoden 2 remasters to come out. Very good. Been going through those. Still working my way through Final Fantasy Rebirth, which is very good. It's getting better. I don't mind the side quests so much now they've changed the areas. You Can't Park just dropped on the PlayStation like monthly game thing. So I've been playing that. That's been quite weird. That's been quite a fun little game. Generally, I don't know if I told you guys the last time I watched it, if it was just after, but I watched the Ruby Frankie documentary over on Disney Plus.
That bitch. Don't even get me started.
A hard watch, man.
Oh,
I don't know who that is.
Good. Good, because I hated her before this stuff even came out.
It's basically a Mormon family influencer, and
he sounds great already.
It goes really, really dark. She kind of she is just focusing on most of the social media to the point where her children start to suffer, and it gets very dark near the end. Really hard to watch, but it's a really good documentary. Weird one for Disney Plus. I also watched Boss Baby because Boss Baby, we watched that today.
It's actually quite a good film.
I actually love the show.
Sorry, the difference between those two.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, I sandwiched that between this other one. I also watched all four episodes of Adolescence, which was some of the best British TV making I've seen in ages. Also, very, very dark. Without spoiling it too much, episode 3 is probably the hardest watch. As a parent, episode 4 is a hard watch because it's the after effects of everything. But yeah, this is my baby reindeer of this year. This is the one that I'm going to be kind of top of my list. Not much is going to knock it off because there's no Deadpool this year.
Main guy in that.
Stephen Graham.
I love him. He's great.
Yeah, he's very good. He's really good. Just off the back of that, he's got another one on. There's another one on Netflix that was on ITV, which is he plays a former far right guy, and he helped. Yeah, so I'm watching that as well at the moment, which is also really hard. There you go, fun stuff. This time, guys.
Yay!
Yeah. Tad, what have you been watching?
Yesterday I went to see that new Jason Statham film where he plays the same guy he always plays.
Jason Statham.
Yeah. It's the same director as The Beekeeper, which I did really enjoy. But this one is kind of bad in a way that I quite enjoy still. Like it's really bad. I can acknowledge that. And the end, like I cannot tell you that there's some scenes at the end that are sat outside at night. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this is the biggest moon I've ever seen. Like, whatever you have in your mind, the moon looks bigger in those scenes. Like, it is comical. And I was
bigger
like,
than in La La Land?
Bigger than that, I think. Like, I'm talking about the person would be standing, and then it would be, like, behind them, the size of the person.
Does he fight the moon?
No, but it looks like it's about to, drop on everyone, so he might have to.
Terranova.
But yeah, that was just a fun little like forgettable movie that I watched. I watched Novocaine, which has Jack Quaid in it. It's a film where he plays that guy who can't feel pain, and he's like, it's a fun action comedy, which, considering the premise, like they actually managed to stretch it quite well, because it's obviously a bit of a gimmicky kind of premise, but I had a really good time. Like I thought they did like push it as far as they could, in terms of like the jokes and things like that, and the gore is pretty gnarly. Like it's grim. I watched Opus, which is kind of like a culty movie, your kind of yearly Eat the Rich one. It was pretty average, so that was pretty forgettable. I watched Kill, which is this Indian film. I watched it on Amazon. I'd heard really good things about it, and it's like a sort of like, if you picture like Bullet Train or something like that, where it's like an action. That is literally what the moon looked like. It's literally it. Dead on. Yeah,
great movie. You got a job? I'll do the job.
I do want to see a movie where he fights the moon now. Isn't that kind of similar to the Despicable Me thing? Like the plot, where isn't he like trying to? Yeah. So like maybe he could do a live action Despicable Me.
We steal the moon. We sit on the toilet.
Mickey 17 was really good. I love Rob Pattinson, and this movie has many Rob Pattinson in it, so that was a great time. It was surprisingly really funny. I love Bong Joon-ho. He makes amazing films every time, and I think he's making a new horror movie, which I'm very excited about, because I think Parasite had a little horror moment in it that I loved so much that I was like, I really want to see him do another horror. He's done some like sort of thriller ones before that I really liked. I watched Blue Velvet. I'm on a bit of a David Lynch moment right now. That was really weird and really good. So that's another Laura Dern movie I've watched this month, because she's obviously in a lot of his stuff. So that's been interesting to see more of her films. Nickel Boys, I watched a couple of Oscar movies. So Nickel Boys is like filmed first person perspective from like these boys who are they're sort of these black kids during like the time of like segregation, and they get sent to like a sort of a juvie kind of place, and it's just like a place where it's based on real kids, where kids were abused and killed, and it's awful. Like it's a really beautiful looking film, and it doesn't feel too much like a gimmick. Like it really, because I feel like with stuff like done in one take or like done from a first person perspective, it's really easy to just like do it for the sake of it. But I felt like it really immersed you in the film, and it felt very deliberate. So I really, really enjoyed that. And Conclave, which is pretty good, and it feels like relevant considering the Pope is sick right now. Because I feel like we're going to have one of those soon. Yeah, I did enjoy that. That was quite funny as well. And people sort of describe it as like Mean Girls with like Catholics, which I feel like is kind of accurate, actually. So yeah, that was pretty much what I watched. And yeah, I thought that was a really fun movie, actually. Like that was also pretty funny, and Ralph Fiennes is like really stressed out on it, so he does a great job.
Cool. Very, very good picks from all around. We also had CinemaCon as well come up. So a lot of stuff been announced recently from CinemaCon. So two new Spider-Man films been announced. 2027 we've got to wait for till the next animated one.
I know.
That's the only one I want.
This is the trouble with having a middle one, because I knew they were going to take ages with it, but why bother? You bring the middle one out a year before, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You don't just make the middle one, put it out, and then go, well, I don't really know when we're doing the other one. That's becoming illegal right away.
Mm-hmm.
When you rise to power, that's the first thing that's going. No leaving a long period of time between your films.
Yeah. And games as well. You have to have them both made. And then
we've also got,
we can binge them.
I think they've announced that they can do a new Bond coming soon. Next Avatar's
I'm really
coming.
looking forward to that.
And the new James Bond is not going to be anyone who people think it's going to be. It never is. Whoever
Somebody-
people have said, it's not going to be him.
Be like Owen
I
Wilson or
just
something.
don't really care
That'd be
about
awesome.
it anymore.
I don't care.
like.
I haven't cared for
I
years.
didn't like the Daniel Craig ones at all. I liked Casino Royale,
They're quite
but that was
nostalgic for
mainly
me.
because of Mads Mikkelsen rather than.
Oh,
Daniel
yeah.
Craig.
I mean, he's great. You can't go wrong.
He's great and everything.
Whatever shit film he's in, he's like the most charismatic, awesome
Yeah.
part in it.
He's great, but like it was just wacky, but like not in the James Bond sense of wacky, where you go, oh, it's a car that turns into a submarine. That's fucking awesome. It's wacky as in like I don't know, he's jumped a yacht over a boat or whatever, over a house or I don't know. It's just I just don't like it. It's just not.
The thing with James Bond is like I don't want it to be an actor I like because they end up
Yeah.
trapped in that role for ages. Like Daniel
That's why
Craig
no
was
one wants
trapped
to do
as
it.
James Bond for ages, and then only now is he able to do like really cool, interesting stuff. You know, he just ended up like it's like with Marvel actors, like they end up trapped in this franchise, like on contracts, and then they don't actually get to do anything interesting until like they're off that. So it's like
Well, this is
frustrating.
This is the problem with Henry Cavill because like Henry Cavill would be perfect for it, but he'd never take a role like that because it would take 15 years. I mean,
Yeah.
not like he's in anything.
He's
good
taken
now
big
anyway,
roles like
it's
that
just
before, you know.
independent shit. So yeah, he might as
Well,
well.
he's not
Reason
really a
why,
super back, is he?
No,
No, I didn't get that. And you know, Robert Downey Jr. Just can't do anything apart from Marvel. So
yeah, yeah. That
No,
was,
what,
that
three-
was. I don't know why they're bringing him back. That just seems like such a cop out.
because it's multiverses and crap like that, isn't it? So
Well, they're doing
Well,
it
they
as
just
Doom,
need
aren't
to end it
they?
after
Not as
Endgame.
Batman.
yeah, we'll do it as probably he was Iron Man and turned himself into Doctor Doom or some bollocks like that. 3 new John Wick movies have been announced: John Wick 5, an animated prequel, and a spin-off.
The animated one would be good.
Kane.
That's a good idea.
Obviously, the new Spider-Man movie next year. You've got the new Beatles movie. Sounds quite interesting.
Okay,
They're doing 4 separate Beatles movies.
this is insane. That is insane. They've cast every single internet boyfriend pretty much, and they're trying to get all these like teens into the cinema to start Beatlemania again. And it's wild that they're doing them all the same month. What the fuck is going on?
Well, they're releasing it all on the same day, aren't they?
The same day?
Yeah, they're going to release all 4 on the same day.
Guys,
But
I don't
yeah,
think any of the movies can make it.
That's
Each
work,
movie
then.
follows each other, so each movie will be one person's perspective of it. So that's going to be
My God.
yeah. It's
It's
a
annoying. So I
weird.
like all the actors in it, but it's like I can't deal
I
with
did-
this.
I did
cares
have a
about the
thought
Beatles
about
that much?
that Beatles film.
You just need
They
to
were
let
like,
it be.
"Oh, who do we get to play one of them?" And he's like, "Get me that funny looking Irish fella." Which one? Oh, the one who fucked a bath and then fucked a grave. I know.
I don't know who you're on about, but this sounds amazing.
We've also got Five Nights at Freddy 2 coming. We've got
No.
McGann 2.0, and Masters of the Universe is coming back. That's a bit
I'm
of
excited for Megan too. The
I
trailer
haven't
looks
seen the
hilarious.
first one.
I haven't seen the
It's
first one either. I
good
wanted to see
and
that.
it's camp, and they know it is, and they're really hamming it up for the second film. I'm very excited.
But something else that they're bringing back, and I wasn't too excited until I saw the trailer. Naked Gun's coming back. With,
That actually looks
yes.
good.
The
As you
OJ
know-
Simpson bit did make me laugh.
Yeah, that made me laugh.
I'll
Yeah,
give
that
it
was
that.
good,
Before that, I was like, "Oh, this is so stupid." And then he
So
did
this is
that, I was
fine.
like,
It's dumb,
alright.
but then that was like I'm kind of sold now.
That was the
Yeah, I
line that got
just-
me. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, fair.
They won't be able to do the same level of one-liners as Leslie Nielsen.
No,
They
There's
should
just-
be making this film. This is my worry.
yeah.
Call it something
Well, it
different.
probably won't be anywhere near the same then.
It won't
It'll
be.
either kill it or make
Can't
it.
be.
No, because the
It's just-
original was very dry, and he is amazing as that character.
Yeah.
I'm worried about it, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm worried, but that final line got me. It's like, okay, cool, fair enough. And there's Stingray from Cobra Kai in it. There you go.
And you know what? I think it'll be interesting to see Liam Neeson in a role that's not like that same action movie he's in all the time. You know, like he does look like
Do
he's
you know
committing to
that-
this.
This is
Yeah.
actually a extras episode. Not extras. The other one. What did they do? What was the one Ricky Gervais did with Stephen Merchant where celebrities were coming into their office and they were running like
Extra.
a production company?
I think that was actually
It wasn't
yeah.
extras.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know.
No, it was another series afterwards. But there's a bit where Liam Neeson literally comes in to talk to Stephen Merchant and says, "I want to do comedy now," and he's like, "I'm not sure that's the best fit for you, mate. Why not? Why not carry on with the action stuff?" He's like, "No, I'm tired of that. I want to do comedy." It's literally that. And it's happened. It's come true.
Derry Girls briefly.
He's in Ted as well. That's a comedy.
Yeah, but I don't think he's in much of Ted.
Well, no, like his comedy is being serious in a funny situation, and you just laugh at it.
Yeah,
but he's still being serious.
Which could work in this case, to be fair.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll have to see. But there's some good films coming up.
I've got bad feelings.
But don't forget, though, this year we also do get the brand new Hell House as well. So
yes, Legacy. Is it Legacy?
Possibly.
I think it's Legacy. Yeah,
something like that. But I've also got a new film coming out from the creators of that as well. So we'll have to see if that's any good.
Hell shit.
But as we're not talking about brand new movies anymore, because I can't pick decent films apparently, so that's what we're doing 90s. Let's talk about an oldie. We are doing Pulp Fiction. So, Niall, why was it that you wanted to choose Pulp Fiction?
Because everybody goes on about it like it's such a great fucking film. So I wanted to watch it for myself and see if they were correct.
Well, let's leave you to last, because I don't know from the way you just said that what to expect. Paz, what are your thoughts on Pulp Fiction? So, roughly, before we start talking to Pulp Fiction, is a continuous story told from different parts of the story through different people. Yeah? Is that kind of how we'd explain this movie?
Yeah, I guess so. It's kind of almost like non-linear a little bit, I think. It kind of circles back.
Yes, completely out of sync.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they show the middle. They show the middle first, the beginning at the end, and the end after the middle.
Yeah.
But it all makes sense as well, and they don't spoil it. Like it's all done right.
Is it though? Because I feel like
it's done weird. But
I feel like you could make whatever you wanted, and then have a scene at the end that explains what happened to all the characters. Because that's essentially what this is two people monologuing what they're going to do after the start of the film, which is the end of the film. Did you know what I mean? I think you could make the whole film and not worry about where it was going, because you could solve that problem at the end.
Also,
and that's what worries
spoilers,
me,
by the
way. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. But like, this is why I think it's either genius or it's the opposite of that. If you get what I mean.
It can be a fine line.
Yeah, and people go on about Quentin Tarantino like he is a genius.
Oh, he annoys me, to be honest.
Go on about Elon Musk like he's a genius, so
they're usually wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly. About which one?
Both. There you go. But there is I can't show it because it's I can guarantee I'll get a copyright hit. But on Simpsons, they got an episode where they take the piss out, which is called 22 short films from Springfield, which is a complete Pulp Fiction parody.
I like the community episode that does that. That's pretty fun.
They have a scene where it is they end up in a Confederate guy's gun shop and they get tied up like in that scene.
On the Simpsons.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not a huge Quentin fan. Like, he kind of just annoys me. I think there's way more interesting directors, but I can understand why people like him, I guess. I will say this is one of the films of his that I can actually sit down and watch, I think. Like, I've only watched it once before, but I found it kind of fun. I just, first of all, loved Tim Roth in a Hawaiian shirt. Fashion icon. Yeah, he does, like, Tarantino annoys me, but he does know how to do a needle drop. Like, he uses a lot of good music in his films. I can appreciate that. Like, using Mizzaloo over the title card was, like, that's one way to get me invested. I got upset thinking about, the shake scene and how expensive that would be now with inflation. Like, can you imagine the price now?
You know,
Like,
a
Jesus.
Five Guys milkshake is still £9.
Oh
Really?
my god.
Yep.
God.
And I love the dance scene. That's a vibe, obviously very iconic. Everyone recreates that. I
don't
totally
get
forgot
why.
about. Huh?
I don't
It's
really
a.
get
I
why.
like the dance. I think it's
Really
fun.
bad
I also the
dancing.
song's good.
Weird.
They're bad at dancing, and that's the best kind of dancing. If you dance good, I don't want to know. You got to dance with soul. You need to do it badly.
I think I've struck a nerve.
I'm sorry, but like bad dancers are my favorite. I completely forgot about the story of Butch's dad hiding the watch up his butt.
Oh
And
yeah,
it
that's
caught
so
me
weird.
so off guard. The delivery of that scene is perfect. I will say that's hilarious.
Bloody Christopher
Um,
Walken.
Because Christopher Walken is just like I didn't even like I could not have predicted where that scene had gone. Like even though I watched it before, I completely forgot about it. It like erased from my memory because it was so long ago that I watched it. Incredible surprise. It's kind of the least shocking thing ever that Quentin casts as himself as a guy who says the N-word a lot. Like he does give off the vibe of someone who would do that, you know.
Yeah. It's okay, I'm
like
saying it because I'm writing it down.
he definitely used it as an excuse.
Oh yeah.
It's like the same way in that other movie where he's like drinking champagne from Salma Hayek's foot or whatever. It's like,
Oh yeah.
could you not be
Till
so
dusk till
obvious?
dawn.
Like, could you tone it down a little? I don't want to witness
Yeah.
this. You don't need to put that public. Just do it in your own free
I
time.
like how he wrote half that film and someone else wrote the other half of that film, and yet you can tell which half he wrote
Yeah,
just by what he does.
you can pinpoint.
Oh, the foot bit.
Exactly.
You did that, didn't you?
And I wonder if he had to fight to keep that in as well, because the other writer was probably like, "Why would you do that?" And he's probably
Yeah,
like,
you a
"It's
freak,
for
man."
cinema."
The audience
yeah,
love it. It's for them.
It's disturbing.
Yeah.
A detail I kind of love is a couple of times when someone mentions a cell phone, they don't shorten it; they call it a cellular phone specifically. I don't know if that's just something they did in the 90s or if that is specific to this film.
Yeah, we were all doing it.
Yeah,
Because it's like I've never heard people use it that much. Like I think it happens at like 2 or 3 times in the film. No one ever says cell phone. They go cellular phone, and I'm like, surely they would have shortened it by now. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
that
we
just
were
came off
every
me.
time we'd use a like fax machine. We used to call them facsimile machines. We'd say the whole thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not
That's
sure
Sorry,
that's
can you
what
say that
that's
word
short for.
again?
Hang on, let me just Google it.
Facsimile.
I don't know what it
I
is.
think people said it so they could show off that they could say it.
I know it's
I know
facsimile.
words. Look at me.
Fuck does that mean?
If you carry on, you're going to summon something at this rate. Like, what do these words
Yeah,
mean?
sorry, I'll stop now.
Yeah, but that's about it. The end scene is insane. Don't even know what to say about that. Like, the last couple of scenes. Yeah, overall I quite enjoyed it. It was very long. I did watch it on a little extra fast speed so I could get through it.
Oh, how did their voices sound when you did that?
Not too bad. Not too bad. It wasn't like mega fast, but it was like I was like I just don't have 3 hours to spare right now. I felt like an iPad baby doing that. I just like didn't have the attention span.
I've
Yeah,
got
I
9
did.
other films to
I'm not
watch.
surprised.
Yeah,
I've got
I didn't do
4
that with Jurassic
seasons.
Park.
Good, because that would be
Yeah,
blasphemy.
that's pretty much it.
Cool. And Marcus, your thoughts?
Before I start, is Tarantino the feet and tequila guy?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what he's
Okay,
famous
cool.
for.
Oh gosh, just remembering him correctly. Just feet and tequila guy. I thought this film was don't get me wrong, it was good, but it was a little disappointing. I think it is very much a cult classic kind of film. Like, it's good, but looking back on it, people hype it up way too much for what it is. There's some good lines in here, good jokes, and a lot of memes, but it is just
I totally
weird.
forgot the amount of memes in this film.
Literally, like I'm looking, I'm like, oh, I remember this. Like, I didn't know it was for this film. I didn't realize how much it affected meme culture. Like, it's insane. But I do have notes on this. So I should be using this as a hotspot permanently. What we got? Right. So apparently, some fun facts for you. The word "fuck" is used around 265 times
It's still not
There's
enough.
that. It's not. They had a deep conversation about foot massages. I don't think I've ever gone that in depth, if at all,
No,
in the
that did
conversation
irk
of
me.
feet. Yeah. But apparently they are very well. If you give someone else a foot massage, it's classed as cheating. So good to note that one.
It would be to him. That's it.
Yeah, to him. Yeah. There's a monkey up here on a unicycle, and it's writing it in the monkey notes: "Do not massage others' feet." What else? Oh yeah, right. This really annoyed me because I watched this on Amazon Prime because I didn't catch it in time for Netflix. And why does Amazon Prime have ads now? I don't get this. It's unrelated to the film. It's like I've paid for the streaming service. I've actually paid for this, and you're giving me ads as if like I'm watching a free thing. No, but it's like so $8.99 a month for Amazon Prime. You pay that, you get to watch your videos, and it's like okay, cool. We're now going to give you ads, but if you don't want to see the ads for the thing that you've paid for, you can pay more money. And it's like, but I paid to. Oh yeah, it's frustrating. That ran over. This is my favorite part about the film. Mia Wallace. Who does she look like that we all love? Well, from a film that we love. Oh, I won't let you guess. I'll tell you. Think of Shrek, Lord Farquaad. It's the same hairstyle.
Yes.
And that's all I could think of the whole way. Some of you may die.
And he famously died of a heroin overdose. Coincidence?
Something like that. Yeah. Apparently, Lord Farquaad's experience was it felt like he was being eaten by a dragon alive. That's definitely the heroin.
True.
What else have I got? So, in the dragon's stomach, like that must have been a horrible death. And where did he get matches from? I don't know, but different film. We should definitely do Shrek at some point. All 5 of them.
I watch it so often.
Surprised we have already. To be fair, you talk about it every single month.
It's just a green loving machine.
Still one of your weirdest tattoos.
Well, I had to cover up the the other ones, so we won't go into them. The dancing scene, I found it funny because I think not intentionally, but I think that is actually how I end up dancing, thinking I'm looking really good. Looking back at it, I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing that again.
Oh, that was rough.
Yeah, literally, I'm like, okay. But yeah, no, it's just funny. The adrenaline scene, I'm pretty certain that I'm not a professional at all, but I'm pretty certain you do not inject it straight into the heart. That is is one way to absolutely kill yourself. And do you really inject like the liquid just like that? I suppose an EpiPen would, wouldn't it? Just little like a bee. It's like a bee pen. Just
what are you saying?
Yeah, come back. EpiPens. It's adrenaline, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's insulin.
Yeah, like
two different
so it's just liquid. Just
it's certainly liquid. Yeah.
I thought. Wait, is EpiPen's not adrenaline?
No.
Oh.
They're insulin.
Oh. I learned something new today.
I mean, yeah, use those for. I don't know. Let me check.
Insulin's for diabetes.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah. Oh dear, have you?
I think it's because my mate's got diabetes and she's basically got one of those pens. She let me stab her with it.
They probably do different pens for different things. So I can get a biro, blue or black if I wanted.
It's epimorphine in an EpiPen, which explains the name. So what is epimorphine?
So it's not adrenaline, basically.
No, it's a type of adrenaline.
No. There you go then.
So yeah, I suppose it is adrenaline, yeah. So
basically,
don't stick it in the heart.
The other one is called an intracardiac injection, which you do to the heart.
Interesting.
But you actually do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's like what restarts it.
Giving directly into the heart muscle or ventricles. Like if you're using emergencies. I don't know.
Right, so
I'm not a
the
doctor.
tentacles coming out the heart, the veins and stuff. Heart is the left, isn't it? Yeah. But still, I didn't realize you can inject into the heart. I thought that's like, why would you do that?
I feel like it's a very last resort thing.
Yeah, apparently it doubles the risk of severe brain damage. Apparently, if you do it to the heart. But
I mean, I don't think she needed that to get brain damage based on the amount of drugs she was consuming.
Yeah.
She's already doing that to herself.
Who finds random powder in a jacket pocket and goes, I know what I'm going to do with this. I'm just going to snort it.
No, that's
pure heroin.
I always do it at the laundrette, which is such a bad place to do that.
Especially if it's just talc powder. Does nothing but just ruin your time.
It's better than the detergents.
Yeah. What's even worse is when you see the white powder, you do it, and then you realise that, hang on a second, this isn't detergent. This is my dirty washing. You're like, what the hell's that?
Calgon.
Yeah.
Anyway.
My last note I have is the watch up the arse scene. That took me by surprise as well. And it's from such a serious scene to that. It's funny. And the fact he goes back to get it. It's like, I'm sorry, but if you're in the position he was in, you wouldn't. You wouldn't go back and get that. Or you would another time. Or send someone down to get it.
His arse watch. You need to go and get your arse watch.
Why was it not up his ass? Keep it safe.
That's true.
There's no commitment in this man.
His dad would be so disappointed.
Yeah.
Or the girlfriend should put up her ass. I don't know.
That's a bit weird.
That's your answer.
Hey, babe, come here. I got a favour to ask. Turn around.
Go back to the house and show it up. It's fine.
My favourite scene, which is the last bit I'll say, is when he does go back to the house, and obviously Vincent's gun is just on the side, and he picks it up and he's like, "What the fuck?" Comes out the toilet. He's like, "Bang, bang, bangs." It's just such a great scene. And the fact he sat there, he's like, "Oh, I fucked up." There's no words between them. They know they fucked up.
Still reading this book.
Yeah, but still, weird film. Some funny things in it, but the film as a whole, I don't know. I think people have overhyped it.
Okay. I didn't mind it. I thought it was all right. A bit like with Marcus, I don't know if it's just possibly overhyped or I'm going into it with a higher expectation than I wanted it to. But I just think too much of the Simpsons episodes where they take the piss out of it too much. The bits that kind of took me by surprise was one was the buggery scene. I was not expecting that. You don't expect buggery when you're at work trying to watch it when nobody else is supposed to be in the shop.
The people around you do.
Oh, I had to stop that. Well, yeah.
So what you mean? What you think it's for work, honest?
It was a weird watch. Interesting to see. But I mean, the general scenes between kind of Travolta and Samuel Jackson, they were quite good. They're probably the strongest parts of the film. But wouldn't watch it again. But it's very iconic moments in it. I don't know if it's going to be one of these ones like The Shining, where a lot of it is set pieces or certain scenes versus the full film. But yeah, it's all right. It's a 90s classic, so yeah, it's probably up there as one of the all-time classics. Niall, your choice, your thoughts?
Jurassic Park. No. Yeah. I didn't hate it. It is too long. I feel like you could make it at least half as short.
Yeah, thanks for
by
that.
Just cutting down the bollocks overwriting. I didn't write it.
No, you picked it.
Gourmet coffee. Shut the fuck up. Wow. Yeah, it's just a pop culture film, really, and I didn't realise how much spurred out of it. It's basically we're just living our lives as Quentin Tarantino sheep, and I do not like it now.
You just know the exact kind of person who loves this film too. You know what I mean? You can picture a Quentin Tarantino fan.
Yeah,
there's a certain type of cinephile that is just like really into these.
It's like the
I think you get
American
two different
Psycho,
types.
like,
you get the type who love Inglourious Bastards, and then you get the people who Pulp Fiction is like their favorite film. Those are the weirdos. You got to watch out for those people. They strange.
What, the Inglourious Bastards ones or the Pulp Fiction ones?
No, the Inglourious Bastards ones at least make sense because that film is really well shot. Like the beginning of that when I'm not going to start talking about that film. What are you trying to lead me down the garden path? I'm trying to talk about Pulp Fiction. Right, moany bits. The songs don't fit in.
Mm-hmm.
He just puts them in because he bought the rights to them and they had to put them somewhere. That's how it felt. Because there's just no sort of rhyme or reason to when he puts the song on, or apart from when she played it. But that's just a woman putting a song on. The watch bit, I don't think is real, because he's been told it when he was like a really small kid, and I think he's remembering it like as he's sort of making it up. Like, oh, how have they managed to get this watch out if he was in a camp? And I think he's made that up in his brain, because it just seems so jarring in the moment that I was like, hang on. And that weirdly, Bruce Willis's bits all seem like that to me, because they don't seem filmed. They're not filmed the same as the rest of the film. Like, they seem a lot darker, and it seems a lot more desperate. And yeah, it's just not the same. Which, by the way, I absolutely hate all of Bruce Willis's bits, pretty much.
He can be kind of mean to his girlfriend. I don't.
He's
that poor
horrible.
woman.
And it's like he's leaving town because he agreed to fix a fight in the first place, and then didn't. So it's like, well, you could have run away before that, but because he wanted the money, he was like, right, fuck everyone, and then got a bit confused when they were all trying to kill him. It's like, this is all your fault. Yeah, so I didn't really like that. The fact that what's his name? His name's gone out of my head. Grease Man. I'll call him Grease Man. John Travolta. The fact he died.
Greasy man.
The Greasy Man. He's from Greece. Grease Lightning.
Oh,
and also the classic film Face Off.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I don't know. I've never seen it. The fact that he got shot made the whole Maya bits completely redundant, because it's like, oh, it's leading up to a love story between those two. Nope.
You get shot in the toilet.
Is she gonna come back? Nope. Yeah, I feel like it just. I don't really get why they did that. But I do. There's one scene in this I love, and I think it's really well done. Is when the wolf gets called at the party to come and clean the body and stuff up.
Oh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite bit. Yeah,
so good.
Did you do
like, he's a brilliant actor
as well?
Yeah,
as that character.
Yeah. I didn't realise it was from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. So he's the wolf, and he just turns up, and he's like,
maybe this copied the insurance advert.
Yeah, makes it a bit sensible now, doesn't it? The fact that they're selling you insurance. It's like, you got this guy working for you? Are you the mob?
He's rather be on the good side.
Yeah. Other than that, I did like the acting's great in it from pretty much everybody. Even Quentin Tarantino, as much as it pains me, because he's so good at playing a pretentious dickhead. It's almost like that's what he is.
He's like not acting.
Turns out they just turn up his house one day and just start recording.
Yeah, and it was filmed really well. I love the colours in this. The daytime scenes, when they're all in the car and in the house, just looks amazing. Not so much in the Bruce Willis bits. I could take or leave that. But yeah, I didn't hate it, which I was surprised about.
High praise from Niall.
Yeah.
From you, yeah.
There you go.
No, I think that's fair. That's fair. I think the Bruce Willis bits were a bit shit, but the other bits went quite well. I didn't mind the rest of the film, apart from his bits. But cool. So Taz, keep up in it.
I'll keep it.
Marcus, keep up in it.
Keep it.
I will keep it as well. And no.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it.
Cool. Perfect. 4 keep it. That's a very rare occurrence on this podcast. Cool. Before we get to the second movie as well, let me do a quick shout out to our other sponsor for the podcast, which is Dungeons and Dragons. I have their mug right here. I love it so much. My episode's coming out soon. Check it out. Check it out. And we also do a lot of Twitch stuff on with them as well. Currently running because WWE 2K25 has just been released. We are doing a stream with Budgeons at the moment where we're playing through GM mode, which is our third stream has just gone through. It's been very fun. Very long streams, but do go and check it out if you're a fan of the games as well. But check out their podcast. It is a Dungeons and Dragons style improv comedy podcast. I'll be on the podcast soon. They have some great characters, great guests coming up as well. Go and check them out. And I'll play a little clip at the end of the podcast as well. So let's go on to our second film, which is Niall.
Hang on. Wait a minute. Hang on. Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Ah! He's so scary.
Cool.
We all and now a T-Rex behind you. You're not doing well.
I know.
Now look, we all know what Jurassic Park is. The dinosaur experts get taken to a park on the middle of an island that has dinosaurs on it.
And a chaos theory man for some reason.
Everything's chaos. You should have said spoilers, to be fair, Mark. You've kind of spoiled the whole film.
There's also a giant pile of shit. It's a very fun point.
No, that's a
very serious point. Marcus, your thoughts on this one?
I love this film. I don't think I know anyone who doesn't. It's a classic for everyone. Most people will watch it when they were a kid, and you grow up and you still go back and watch it. It just doesn't get old. Even when they filmed it, a lot of films you can go back and you think, oh, hang on, it really doesn't look very realistic now. But as in, like, you can easily see how they've made like the animatronics and stuff. Whereas this film, I don't get that feeling. The dinosaurs still, like, they're fake, but well, maybe they're not. Who knows? They still look fairly real. I like that they don't overdo it. Like the scenes when they're first going through the park, showing off the exhibits, and for example, that venomous dinosaur that does the whole weird fucking umbrella hat thing and spits out venom. They're like, oh, it should be here, and it just doesn't appear. And it's like, it really highlights that you can't quite control these animals, and it's not a zoo. You can't just be like, hey, look at this. They're going to try and be natural. Even with the T-Rex, they had to try and entice it out. It's just, they didn't just straight away go, yeah, it's like a kid's wonderland. It's like, nah, this is a bit more realistic. It's not going to be all dancing and singing, which was a bit nicer. How they survived some of the accidents, who knows? Plot armor, sure. The kids, like, they must need so much therapy after their experience in this. There's a few things throughout this film I don't think were explained either. So when, like, is it Nerdy, the big IT guy who like screwed them over? Nerdy?
Fat boy.
The big boy. Yeah, big IT boy. So you got that shaving foam can, which is meant to keep the samples fresh for like 36 hours, whatever. That gets dropped in the mud and then covered over. But they focused on it quite a bit. So I was thinking, that's going to get discovered later on or something, but it just doesn't get mentioned again. Because I thought, oh, that's clearly lost now. And well, that was it. I was like, oh, well, that seems like a bit of a waste of focusing or whatever. Was satisfying to see his character get a bit calmer, but the way he went, even I thought that was a bit harsh.
Can we just mention at this point that I forgot that Samuel L. Jackson was in this film?
Me too.
I did as well.
So
we have like a
technically
now.
Crossover.
And
you know what? I think was Jurassic Park first.
I reckon so. I reckon it's
Carry on,
really
Marcus. I will find out. 1993 was Jurassic Park.
Possibly.
1994, yeah, Jurassic Park was first. How weird.
Yeah.
Because he looks a bit older in this film, I would have thought.
It's the makeup or lack of makeup.
Yeah, maybe.
The only other thing I had on my notes for this film was, when the kids have the first attack from the T-Rex and the girl shines the light at the T-Rex's face. I'm sorry, but even her younger brother had the sense to not do that And she not only does it once as an accident, she just continues non-stop to shine this torch at this giant lizard's face. And I'm just like sat there like, it's got to sink in by this point. Just turn it off. Just don't do it. Point it down. Like, that frustrated me. Because I was like, you're the type of person in a zombie apocalypse who thinks they can save the zombies, or they hide the fact they get bit, or just something like that. I'm like, nah, you give off that vibe. Don't like it at all. And then she tried to call herself a hacker, and I was just like, oh. You turn the computer on. It doesn't work.
I'm gonna hack into the mainframe.
Yeah, and it looked like Space Raiders or something. Like you can fly a spaceship down. I was like, I don't know what computer this is, but this is awesome. I want it.
I do like the virus bit where it goes, aha, 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 aha.
It's so 90s. Because I think there's a similar thing happen in Face Off that Nicolas Cage does to some other. I think it might have been John Travolta. Like that comes up on a computer. Like that is so 90s coded.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think it happens in Independence Day as well when they upload the virus into the
mothership. Yeah. That happens in that as well.
You've just got to have it.
A showing off thing. It's funny that came up though, because it reminded me, like, I've done a few like cyber bits of work before, and I won't go into too much detail, but one of them was when this attack appeared on my screen. It was all like sort of an internal thing as like a game, but the person who'd put the attack on there, it just came up as a Rickroll, and it was all like ASCII table with a Rickroll dancing. And I just sat there and I was like, I can't access the computer now. It completely locked me out, but just Rickrolled my screen. I was like, you dick.
Yeah. So if you were doing that 10 years previous, you would have the heh screen.
There you go. Or like, well, a little cat emoji or something on the screen. They have emojis in the 90s?
No, we didn't have emojis back then. We had to use what are they called? We used to draw them on blackboards and hold them up out of the steam trains as we passed.
Signs?
Good old steam train.
Yeah, good times.
We still have steam trains and we still have signs. They're not dying.
But I haven't got consumption anymore, so that's good.
You're looking very well.
Thank you.
You recovered nicely.
I'm on a lot of EpiPens.
Not insulin pens, the Epi ones, right? The right ones.
Straight into my heart.
But just constant.
That's why he has so much brain damage.
That's why
so much makes more sense now.
Big brain time. But yeah, this film, I love it. It's filmed in such a fun way. There is some great scenes, like we've mentioned a couple, but it doesn't get old. It does not get old. The newer Jurassic Park ones, that's another time, but yeah, this one good.
I'm not going to lie, I don't mind the current ones.
You know what? I don't mind them either. I was going to say it.
The new one looks awful, but the one's up to
like
now.
laser space dinosaurs.
They get to the point where they're trying to use dinosaurs for war, yeah.
You said bigger and scarier, so I did that.
Yeah, it's like a mutant dinosaur next. So stop making these.
They've done that with Jurassic World, though.
No, I think they're changing it now. They're going back. Yeah, but they're not making it as.
I hated the trailer already because they did that thing where they were like, "That's the dinosaur from the first island." It's like, no. How does that make sense to anyone in the film? Like,
no, then you're forcing this one.
That's me.
Yeah.
I had to make additional notes
This is because
I started writing notes, but then I was quite drunk, so I went on a massive tangent, like I did when we watched Event Horizon, about how underappreciated Sam Neill is, and that he should be in every film. Yeah, he's in Event Horizon.
We've never done Event Horizon.
Which one am I thinking of? No, it was Event Horizon.
We've never done Event Horizon.
I don't think we have. I don't think we've done it.
Hang on, let me check out
Independence Day?
He's not in Independence Day.
Oh.
Event Horizon. We have done Event Horizon. That's the one with
We've never done Event Horizon in this podcast. I've never seen it.
Sure.
Unless you record an episode without me, no.
I don't see why I would have
Tell
watched
you about
that if
that one,
I
Mark.
wasn't made to. It's quite a gross horror film.
It's pretty good.
So all this
It's been a
time
long
when
time
Mark
since I've
says
seen it.
what have you watched recently, and you've just never mentioned it.
I swear to God, we watched the.
I can honestly say I've never seen Event Horizon.
How weird.
Oh no!
Anyway,
it's a
Sam Neill is
it's an Insidious.
underappreciated.
It's Insidious all over again.
No, it's not. I swear we did Event Horizon. If I knew what this podcast was called, I would definitely check. I can't remember.
You should know what the podcast is called by now.
Bloody good films or something like that. Is that right?
This is awful considering that you've been in this podcast for how many years now?
Ask Marcus. I bet he's
To be fair, it did change names.
Marcus, what's it
Oh,
called?
that's who Sam Neill is. What film? What? What
Don't worry.
are you on about?
I
I
honestly
just
don't know
googled who Sam
anymore.
Neill was because I didn't realise. Like,
Yeah, he's the one in Event Horizon.
Yeah,
oh,
which
he's
we
the
have
one
never
in
watched.
Jurassic Park as well.
Anyway, he's my favourite New Zealander. He owns
Okay.
a pig. He makes his own wine.
He just
Great.
seems like a nice, chill dude.
would
I
love
hope
to
we're
go
right
watch
about
them.
that.
Yeah, no, I reckon he is. Yeah, he was good in the third one as well, but the third Jurassic Park was terrible. He was best in that. Anyway, back to not Event Horizon, Jurassic Park. It's pretty much a perfect film for me. I think it's basically John Williams at his best. All the acting's really good, apart from bizarrely Richard Attenborough, who starts with a Scottish accent and then
I was
sort of,
wondering what the fuck he is doing.
yeah. I've always found that weird. Every time I
Yeah.
watch it, I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Because when he comes into the caravan at the beginning, he's like, oh, hello. And then by the end, he's just using his normal voice. So, what the fuck?
He does correct himself. He says a few words in a Scottish accent, then stops and goes, "Oh no," and then corrects it to an English accent. That might be why.
Yes, bizarre. I don't get it. But yeah, I feel that every time I watch this film, I appreciate it slightly more. And I don't know whether that's because this film is so good or every other film made since 1993 has been pretty much shit.
We peaked
I'm
too
sure I'll work
soon.
that out eventually. But yeah, I loved every second of it. Give Sam Neill an Oscar, whoever's in charge of that. Although I don't think he's really in film. Oh, he was in Peaky Blinders.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
He was
that.
good in that too. Played an Irish man. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, cool. Daz, your thoughts on this? Oh, we've done everybody now. Have we? No,
I
Taz,
haven't-
your
I'm
thoughts on
going-
this one. Sorry, Taz, your thoughts on this one. Sorry.
I hadn't watched this film for a really long time. Like, I don't think I've seen it in full since I was like a teenager. But when I was a kid, I was very obsessed with Steven Spielberg, so this film was on a lot. And when I watched this film for this, I cried because I felt like I was 8 again, and it was
Aw.
just like perfect. And it's as good as I remember it. It's not even like just a nostalgia thing. It's like this is a perfect movie. Yeah, from the start there was a throwback to the last Nightmare on Elm Street that we watched. I think it was number 5. Because if you remember the scene at the beginning, there's that kid who calls the velociraptor like a 6-foot turkey.
Oh yeah.
That kid is the dream child or whatever.
No way.
I think, yeah, crazy.
Wow. He
And
should have killed him.
I think Ellie and Grant are very, very cute. I like the whole trajectory of their relationship where she's like trying to like convince him to have kids, and he's like, "Oh no," but then he ends up being like a great parental figure, and he kind of like it's very sweet at the end where they're in the helicopter and they're like just like a cute little family.
Do you want
I
to hear
feel
something
like-
sad?
Yeah.
In the third one, he rings her, and she's got a family and kids, and they're not his.
No.
Yeah,
Why would you tell me that?
So I was-
You ruined my day.
yeah, destroyed me as well.
That film doesn't exist. I'm sorry. That's not canon. It's not what
I,
happened.
to be fair, it's a
I
fucking
simply
terrible
refuse
film,
to
so-
acknowledge it.
Yeah, so we all do. To be fair,
You got the dinosaur that goes, Alan.
oh yeah,
I feel like I vaguely remember that. Yeah. I just don't think you get more epic than this theme music. And you don't get better than these special effects. Like I think we've gone downhill since. Like
I think
how is this
Lord of the
film?
Rings.
How does this look better than anything that's out this year? Like
Yeah.
we
It's
rely
true.
too much on CGI now. It's like just go back to the Jurassic Park days where everything was awesome. Like you said about Richard Attenborough, I think his character, despite the weird accent, is kind of weirdly endearing. Like, he did a fucking stupid thing, but at least he's rich and did something interesting with it, you know? Like, rich people these days aren't that interesting. They're boring. They're doing boring shit that I don't care about. It's like, make a fucking dinosaur park or something, and then maybe I'll listen.
There are so many films to explain why they should not do that.
I know they shouldn't, but it's
We
like
just watched
also...
one.
It will make things
true.
a bit more exciting. Like, can we stop trying to send people to space and just like, you know, making stupid cars that don't even do what they should do? Like, Elon Musk, fuck off. You know, he's the worst. And I like you said, completely forgot Samuel Jackson was in this film. So we had a nice little double bill on this podcast. Malcolm has to be. He did it. He totally did it on purpose. Yeah. Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum, is like the coolest guy ever. No notes, just amazing. And that guy, the one who like betrayed everyone. I feel like I noticed that on his desk there's a picture of Oppenheimer, and I feel that should have been a red flag. Like that's a red flag. That shouldn't be your hero.
Yeah.
What the fuck? He should be out of there. Don't trust him. I think the kids in this film are so good and are just so good at acting scared. Like, I feel it. I remember when I watched this when I was younger, I would sort of experience that fear vicariously. Like, it felt real. And the bit with the electric fence was like really tense, and it gave me like an irrational fear of electric fences, even though they're probably not even that strong. But I saw that when I was younger, and it stuck with me. So I just stay far away from them. I don't think any electric fence you have ever seen has a voltage that high. But I was convinced off this film that they were.
Was it 10,000 volts?
It's something
He should
stupid.
have died from that, shouldn't he? Like, there's no way you survive that.
I think he
surely.
did briefly.
Let me find out.
He's gonna have problems growing up.
Honestly, like Steven Spielberg just made me scared of so many things. Like E.T. really scared me.
Oh.
Not the actual alien, but the end with the tents and stuff, where all the scientists come in. That really freaked me out. And then also, just my last note is the kitchen scene. Fucking tense.
Oh, yeah.
So scary.
That gets me every time.
It gets me every
With the
time.
jelly.
Oh, it's so horrible.
By the way, the human tolerance for electricity is between 100 and 250 volts.
That kid was dead.
I wonder if he let go just as it turned back on, and it was like, I don't know, there was like a shockwave or something that sort of set off. I don't know.
I think it's best not to think about it. Let's just not think about it.
Yeah. That realistic side of
Scary.
Yeah. It took me out of the story of those dinosaurs.
There. Okay, we're done there.
Just to add quick.
Sorry,
just a real quick shout out to Sam Neill for Niall's sake. It turns out he's also in Merlin, that series I was watching. He's one of the bandits, which I can't believe it.
He's in Merlin.
He's in Merlin.
Oh, I don't like
he
him
plays
anymore.
one of the bandits, and he helps King Arthur. And yeah,
Really?
they go fight.
Wow.
Also,
anyway, I'm done. Sorry.
We've never done a film with Sam Neill in it.
That's crazy.
Never.
Mm-mm.
And now
why have I seen Event Horizon? I'm so confused now.
I don't think
Did you just dream this?
Like, it's such a hardcore sort of like.
I've never seen the
road
film, so
slogger
it's definitely not
film.
going to be for us.
Bizarre.
I don't know.
Event Horizon.
That would have been a
It's
perfect
good.
film for
Either way.
this podcast.
Mm.
Cool.
Is it
What
90s?
else do you
Could
say?
do it.
I mean, you guys have said all you can say about a film. Really, not much else I can add. The practical effects are brilliant. It holds up. It holds up today. You can release this now, and you wouldn't know any different.
No.
But compared to like what they're doing now with the other ones, but
yeah, I mean they've been trying to, and it's like, why bother? Like they're fine, but it's like you can't recapture the magic of this one.
go back.
If
Use more
you
practical
put
effects.
this and She-Hulk together, and then made people guess which one came first.
Yes,
I think
this one
would
will
probably
be
win
more
hands down.
current one. Yeah, brilliant
You're going to say
acting.
combine the films then.
Oh, that'd be weird, wouldn't it?
She Dino. I don't know.
Rides the brontosaurus. Not like that.
Works.
just like-
Works with T-Rex. You know.
Try Sarah Hulks. That's all.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Be Devil Dino all over again.
These are films that should not be made.
Yeah. Well, I've already made a cartoon for Devil Dinosaur, haven't
Have they?
Why are you saying that like we know? Never.
Yeah, this is-
I? There's a Marvel series that follows the character Devil Dinosaur and Moon Girl. And it's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
The best thing, when people talk about Marvel shit to me, they could be making this up. It sounds
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Could be.
And I don't care enough to check. It's like
It's
I
an
know
animated
the other
show.
thing, that Squirrel Girl is a thing.
Yeah.
It is a
Why?
thing.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Big character apparently in most of some of the comics, but yeah. There you go. No,
Yeah.
absolutely love this film. You can't go wrong with Jurassic Park until you get to the later ones. Like Free wasn't actually that great. But there you go. What can you do? So yeah, I will start off things by calling it an unbinnable. It's perfect. You can't get a film as perfect as this really for the 90s. So this is a definite unbinnable for me. Marcus, what would you say for this one?
I just wish the film was longer. Unbiddable as well.
Sorry guys, I need to plug my laptop in because I'm on 5%. I'll be right back.
oh no.
You just need your
Oh no,
answer.
on a pivotal moment, no.
So
Somebody
tense.
dies and you can never tell us. We just never
We'll make it
know.
in time.
Terrible.
You can just hear all the pops.
There you
and pans in
go.
the
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
Okay, my
What?
laptop might actually
This
die
is like
'cause
Teen
it says
Titans Go.
battery not charging.
That's not good.
This literally is the same animation as Teen Titans Go, which is just should never have been made.
Quite possibly. All right, should we do? Oh no, he's muted himself. There we go.
Still muted.
Yeah. Come here.
So I can't hear him crying.
Apparently, Snoop Dogg did a stream where he muted himself accidentally. People think anyway, and he just it's been 3 streams and he just hasn't unmuted himself, and he just keeps talking. And don't know what he's saying.
You could be saying some philosophical shit.
He just sat there, having a little smoke, just chatting away. He's just still muted.
Sound how much he loves Trump now.
Is he frozen?
I think he's frozen. Oh,
He's jumping
Oh,
back
no.
in. Oh no.
Am I really going to make this through the entire episode on a hotspot while Niall is the one with tech issues?
Hello.
Yeah, it looks like it.
You hear me?
hello. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
just do
you-
this
you-
now
you're-
'cause I
you're
think my
very
laptop's
blurry.
about to die.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Unbinnable
Oh,
from
keep
me.
All right, cool. Taz, keep your pin in.
Unbiddable, and I don't trust anyone who says otherwise.
There we go. Okay,
Great.
4 unbinnables. Perfect. I was going to quickly go and say, what do you think the top 5 films were when this film was released? But I don't know if Niall will be able to see us through.
I don't think so either.
Right, your top 5 would have been, so Jurassic Park was number 1, went into number 1. Number 2 was Mario Brothers, the movie.
Yeah. Another classic that we've covered.
3 was Cliffhanger. 4 was Benny and June. And 5 was The Mighty Duck. That was for Jurassic Park. And for the top 5 films released during the week of Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction was beaten by The Lion King. Pulp Fiction came in at number 2. 3 was Forrest Gump. 4 was The Client. And 5 was Speed.
I love Speed. Actually, that might be my next pick.
Well, Speed could be a good one to pick for this one. Yeah, definitely. Right. So before Niall dies on us, thank you for
does
listening
say
to the
it's
podcast.
charging now, but it does also
Okay.
only say it's on 2%. So I
Right.
don't think that would explain
If
why
you-
I've got such low frame rates on here now.
If you die on us, then we'll understand.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, if I do
Right.
die, that's where I've gone to a better place.
There you go. Till next time. Brilliant. So thank you as always for watching the podcast. Next week is my choice. Then it will be Marcus's choice. I'll give Marcus a choice for next
God,
time.
I actually get a choice.
You do, because you lost. You are the last one to pick. As always, thank you for listening to the podcast. You can catch us over on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, any of those places. TikTok now as well. We're not going to be bothered to post on there. Check us out on our main podcast, which is Bloody Good Reads. We've had a few weeks where I haven't been posting. That's just due to work issues and some personal bits, but we're back up. We've got 3 episodes in the bag ready to go. That's new episodes on the next 3 weeks to record, so we've got quite a few coming up. To go and check that out as well. And as always, I've been your host, Mark Goddard. I've been joined, as always, by Taz Davies,
Adios.
Marcus Wallace. Oh no, Niall Whitlock.
What's my name?
Niall Whitlock.
Yeah. Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
No, Shrek 5 is awful. And Marcus Wallace.
Who knows?